Yeah, that's what I've been talking about right here. No doubt.
Future Solutions, fencing outdoors. Clip of the day, man. I'm Dave Gatto. I'm your host from the East Coast, man. Burn your wrist and toast. Let's go. Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is episode number 8 of the Future Solutions Fence and Outdoors Clip of the Day podcast. My name's Dave Gatto, and I'm your host. Hey guys, what we're going to cover in this episode, we are going to cover how to market your business using other companies, which is a really, really great concept, guys. Something I've been doing for a really, really long time, and has helped me experience exponential growth. So how exactly would you go about getting another company to recommend your company? How does that work? So first thing we got to do is we got to figure out what companies will be in front of our target customer, our ideal customer, right? We got to identify who that company is. I'm going to give you guys some examples here real quick. I'm in the fence and outdoor industry. Part of what we do, we install fences. So a company that we're going to want to form an alliance with, which is what we're talking about in this episode, would be a pool company, right? And let me tell you why. Everybody that gets a pool is required by law to get a fence. So naturally, we want to get with a pool company and say, hey, you recommend us, and we will recommend you and only you for that pool. Right? And it goes both ways. A lot of people that are getting an estimate for a fence are also getting a pool, and we'll ask our estimators, do you recommend a pool company? Most people are from out of state, or they never got a pool before. They know we're in the industry, and they want our recommendation. All right? And we are going to recommend that pool company that we have an alliance with. Okay, let me give you guys another example. We want to form an alliance with a survey company. Most people that get a fence need a survey, or most people getting a survey need a fence. We're in alliance with a survey company. We are going to only recommend them. Give you guys another quick example here. A tree company. Most people are getting tree lines cleared and stumps ground for a fence line. Or people are getting a fence and they're told by our estimators, hey, you got to have these trees cleared out before we're in there. So you're going to need to get these removed. Do you know a tree company? Yes. We know X and X tree company that we recommend. Okay. So I gave you guys some examples. I got plenty of more examples of this, although I want to get into some of the how to form the alliances, right? Now, just because it's a pool company does not mean that you want to jump right in there and get into an alliance with them, right? Because you got to be super careful. One thing you got to realize is that it matters who you're recommending, okay? You do not want to recommend a company where the customer is going to have a less than stellar experience. And it's happened to me. I can go on about stories where, I had sent people over as a recommendation and all kinds of crazy stuff happened. I had a guy go in there drunk in somebody's house and bust the house up. I've had guys go to jail where they're in the middle of, ripping a customer's driveway up and all kinds of different things. So be really, really careful, guys, about who you recommend. Make sure it's a great company, okay? That's number one. Number two, make sure that that company is only going to recommend you. When you go and talk to a company and ask to form an alliance with them, you don't want to hear that they also recommend such and such fence company and such fence company. You have got to be the sole person that they are going to recommend. And then that loyalty, that relationship is there between the both of you. So make sure they're a reputable company and make sure that they're only going to recommend you. Now, going into this, guys, you're going to find out that a lot of business owners are pretty savvy and they already went this route. Do not be discouraged. Almost every pool company or survey company that we now work with had somebody that they were already using. But guess what happens? Guys, business is about relationships. They get comfortable. They let the relationship deteriorate. They stop getting in contact with them. They put them on the back burner. And you know what? They're ready to make the switch. And then here comes me. And I'm ready to nurture the relationship, and we know what it takes to keep it going, okay? So you can possibly become that person that they only recommend. Another thing is, guys, is when you're dealing with alliances and forming an alliance with a company, a lot of times your guys' schedule is contingent upon each other. So it is key to let the person know or the company know that you're forming an alliance with, that they will be put at number one. As my friend Sean would like to say, you will move mountains to get them in. You know, by law, you're required by a certain amount of days to have the fence in. You know, so we have got to be conscious about time frames. We don't want the customer calling up the pool company being like, hey, you know, that guy you recommended, I mean, this guy said they'd be out here and it's been months and I got orange fence all around my property. Not a good look. And guys, remember, stay loyal to the company that you are forming an alliance with. You know, we're not going to go to every single pool company in York, Pennsylvania and tell them that we're going to recommend them. We want to pick one of the best and also the most loyal company that we can work with. Because if we find out they're recommending other people, we're out of the alliance, and there goes tons of business. So, guys, I hope this helped for you guys forming an alliance. I hope it provided value. And then also, guys, just a real quick tip before I wrap this up. This alliance could be a handshake. It could be contractual. It can involve a percentage of the sales. So there's all kinds of tips and tricks in there to help sell yourself for the alliance. The key, guys, is to make the relationship as easy as possible. You do not want the other company to be doing, you know, excess amount of work to help you with the sale. You want to be able to take it over and do the sale from there, guys. And let me tell you something. It is almost a guaranteed sale. We like to call it a shoe-in when somebody recommends somebody else. They're already using that company, and they're asking you who they trust, who you guys probably already exchanged a contract and money. They're asking you who you trust to put a fence in my case, right? So they're most likely going to go with us. It's at the job of the salesman now to close the sales out, and my salesmen are monsters, and they will close the sale out. That's all I got today, folks. Make sure you tune in to episode number 9. If you got something out of that, hit the like button, share it, subscribe, guys. See ya.
Yeah, that's what I've been talking about right here. No doubt.
Future Solutions, fencing outdoors. Clip of the day, man. I'm Dave Got. I'm your host from the East Coast, man. Burn you with the toast. Let's go.